All right, back for episode 6. So we've got 32 turns because we got till the year 1204 to complete this crusade. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 territories to get through, I think, at the fastest. So got to keep this thing moving. Probably with all the damaged units, we've probably got about maybe two full stacks of men with a pretty good general in them. Public order is good, and one turn away from, along with movement, from getting our boats wrapped around the Iberian Peninsula so we can start transporting troops more easily. I'll also want to start getting boats set up along the northern coast of Africa so we can transport guys to the front lines. Get Royal Knights in here. Okay, interesting. Might as well train here as well. Keep up our recruitment. Still not running out of money anytime soon. And honestly, it seems like we're just slowly increasing how much money we're getting, even with the constant recruitment. Jeez, look at these guys' stats. 4 acumen, almost max loyalty. I'm gonna guess that when we play on a harder difficulty, it won't be as easy to have skilled captains and whatnot, or won't be as common to have skilled captains. For speed's sake, I think we're gonna keep going forward here. What do they have? They've got 5-star commander with some bad troops. I think this army should be fine, especially with the amount of spear units and feudal men-at-arms that I have gives me a lot more confidence as far as our ability to stand up to what they have. Their infantry corps is not anything impressive. Okay, that was easy. One of our generals died, Don Felipe. Okay. They accepted it. Alright. There we go, that's nice. So we are re-allied with the Papal States. We can send that emissary on and start doing other things. So we finished some boat recruitment here. And actually what that will allow us to do is get on the Barbary coast, as well as sending our extra ships that just finished over in Castile to finish that. Keep recruiting ships. Pretty good loyalty here. Jeez. I think I need to have anybody other than the garrison troops over here. Got our ballista crew here. You know, I almost wonder. The problem is they're allied with the Egyptians. It's a shame the French got excommunicated because I believe they were allied with the Italians before that. And it would have been a good idea for me to get allied with the Italians as well as the French, because it would just secure the sea routes, make it less likely that they'll attack my ships on the seas. But no big problem there. Let's get some construction going. We'll just go for a port here, make sure we can get our troops shipped in. We've already got the border for it, so public order shouldn't be too much of a problem once we start converting the populace. Just want to double check I don't have any construction to do on Peninsula. And then do we have a ballista here? We do. So we'll... Actually, how long is this going to last? Only 1 year. We need to backfill these territories anyways with troops. Let's see how we can do that. Will Algeria still be under control? Yep. The religious conversion is going to take a while for a lot of these provinces. And that being the case, then we can hit this place with the Crusading army. Take some less losses with our king there. Turn the taxes up. So the French are at war with the English, the Poles, and the Sicilians now. Do the Sicilians have any territory outside of Sicily? Because they had Naples but lost that. Yeah. Probably not of much significance for me. Okay. Good, didn't lose too many guys. King of France has died. Okay. So let's see, that was in Morocco. Can we get camels? Nope. What about this? Got our port here for a troop movement. Portugal has something finished. Alright, so actually we've got our ships fanned out. Let's see if trade is... Okay, Castile is now up to 207 trade income. Originally it was 38. Portugal is 313. Can't recall what it was originally. So that's good. Not incredibly needed, but got a dockyard here. I'm assuming I'll be able to trade caravels eventually. This might be what's needed for it. Not too much else to focus on. Valencia is not famous for any certain types of productions. Not necessary. We'll go for, what are we recruiting out of here? Boats and archery units. We'll go for a castle. Keep moving men forward. Now, right now, where are we at with public order here? 162, so let's say we move these troops forward. What happens? 144, 134, so one more squad of guys should be fine. 117, that's pretty good. Move them forward, that'll leave us at 200% here, so we can move all these guys forward. all these guys and these gentlemen as well. 123. Okay, that's good enough. Don't need loyalty on any generals, so we'll keep using our princesses for scouting. Send one to Sinai and one to Palestine. It seems to me at this point that because of the not sure if it has to do with the strength of our king or the influence of our king, or if it has to do with just a constant combat and expansion, that all of the new captains that are getting trained have good stats. As far as loyalty, well, mainly loyalty, the acumen and piety and things of that seem to be fluctuating, but they all seem to have decent acumen. Double check recruitment in these places. Do that. And Tunisia. Gold mines. Funny thing is, we don't even need them. Next campaign, I'm definitely going to be playing on hard. This is, now that we've got moving, this is getting pretty easy. I'm assuming I'm not speaking too soon, because we will see what happens if France ends up betraying us at some point or anything of that nature, but so far, things are pretty smooth sailing. Yeah. A lot of my agents are probably going to be getting assassinated by the... Okay, so this is something I want to keep an eye on. So... Okay. Heretical beliefs in that area. Victory points come through. It looks like I just changed it from 10%. We'll see if that changes and if it affects my territories over time. Keep moving men forward. Gotta get another boat down there to the Africa coast tile. There was an old strategy game called Warlords, and they had a really useful mechanic called vectoring, where you could preset territories to automatically give movement commands for new recruits to go to a certain area. Now it wasn't exactly that. I think it was more along the lines of they would after being produced appear in another province. And it was like there was a certain amount of turn delay for when they would show up. Okay, what do we want here? Alright, cavalry and spears. Cavalry, spears, and archers. Am I training archers anywhere? What's going on with that? Guess not. So they're starting to have consolidated forces. We definitely want to grow this crusade more. How are we doing on troops? Still got a lot of guys. This thing is about to be freaking huge. Over 3 pages worth of guys. Check construction. Do more recruitment here. Go for boats out of Portugal. Haven't been producing archers, so I'll get back onto that. Now this is Aragon, so we're going for higher tier troops. I wonder when we're gonna reach the late or the high period. I forget which is the last. I'm assuming the high is the last time period in this game as far as what new technology gets unlocked. There are some structures that I'm building now that don't unlock any new units, like a bowyer's workshop. But I'm pretty sure when we reach the late period, we'll get crossbow units unlocked by having this structure. So we'll go ahead and build a bowyer's workshop there. Any more boats get produced anywhere? Doesn't look like it. And you know what? I'm just gonna do this for now. I'm gonna move these ships so I can get on the African coast. Because I don't need to be. In fact, I don't even think having a ship in this area was giving me trade for anywhere other than Sardinia, which they don't even have any tradable goods. I'm not sure if I was getting much value from that. Alright. Very good. How's everyone doing? So the Turks are at 55. So at some point, if I don't start outpacing people for getting points quicker, I'm going to start needing to develop a hit list for factions I'm trying to destroy so that they don't get to their objective before me. So right now the Turks and the Italians are at the top of that list. And it's crazy to think that they're really only getting points from their homeland's objective. And they get 5, 10, 13 points from that. And I'm just getting 5. And this is what I was talking about earlier in the game. It seems that there are certain factions that their objectives are just way easier to achieve. So when you play as some of these smaller factions, your opportunities for points in the Glorious Achievements campaign are just not the same. But we'll see if that applies throughout the whole campaign. We're still in the early period, and see where it goes from here. And that's exactly what I was talking about. I mentioned this in a previous episode that sometimes there's going to be storms off of the shore and you can lose ships. So as you scale up with your sea presence, you usually want to have at least 2 ships in each of your lanes or your water territories, because you can have a whole transportation infrastructure disrupted by a single storm, and that can be a pain in the ass. So luckily I had ships training that just completed when that happened, and did not become a problem for me. Now we should be able to transport. Oh, you know what? Because we don't have ports on these territories. That's what's going on. Oh, look at that. Holy hell. So Prince just came of age. Actually, he'll be the new commander for the crusade. Start him off young. He's got 6 command. Let's see who else can fit in my king's army. That's the... These guys are anti-armor. Okay, so we got our king's army full. Crusade should be big enough to take on these troops. Zoom out, and Yeah, geez, there's a lot going on. There's like so many units that I could be paying attention to. Some of them, because I have move commands already issued, I don't even know who's going where, so I'm just going to automatically tell these guys. I figure all their move commands are meant to go out of here. At 184, so we'll go send most of these people out. 130. 120, okay, so that's good enough. All the other move commands will go to Tunisia. So yeah, the most important thing, make sure I didn't click on the same guy twice. The most important thing is really just getting my ports set up as we're progressing. Public order has not seemed too difficult to manage so far. Why was I able to move that guy? Oh, maybe I don't have ports in, yes, because I don't have ports in Morocco and Algeria. So it looks like you need to have a port to depart from the area, even if you have boats there. But you don't need a port to arrive in the territory, as long as you have boats there. That's what it seems is going on. Need more bishops. That is for sure. Now construction in Navarre. I've been training infantry here, so we'll get the armorer's workshop. Lyon, we're going for cavalry. And how are we doing right now with that? So armorer's workshop and royal estate. So those will both be from the castle. Yeah, so we'll go for a castle in Lyon. Granada is known for Almohad urban militia. We can't get those guys. It would be nice if they gave you a valor bonus for a normal urban militia if you were not the Almohads, but so we'll just do more generic troop production there. Swords and spears kind of thing. And let's see what happens with these. We got 3 full pages. And 1 in the works. And we got a really good commander there, so that's awesome. Our king will be able to hold this place with good loyalty. He's got good influence, good command acumen, everything but piety, really. So we'll consolidate these forces and keep using them to keep our crusade full. Quick diplomacy check. Italians are at war with the French now as well. And yeah, geez, it's like the French are everybody's enemy, and then the Byzantines versus the Russians and the Turks. Again, the Turks being one of our main competition for points at the moment. Okay. Backed out. It's nice. Resilient against assassins. That's kind of funny. I guess that means that they've sent multiple of them after this guy. And they do have a fortification, so we'll attack that. Although, only 1 year. You know what, we'll cancel that for now. I think that made sense what I just did. So many troops flowing in now. Alright, so our king's holding this area. New prince came of age with good stats. Just gonna consolidate all these troops kind of blindly. We just have so many guys, I don't even know if it makes too much sense to pay attention, like spend the time paying attention to unit composition. I feel like there's not any armies that are going to be able to withhold the just the raw numbers of what we've got in the Crusades right now. So we're one turn away from having our port in Morocco. Algeria will go for normal unit production. Everywhere else is set. Keep fortifying this spot. And I really don't think the French are gonna turn on us, given how many other enemies they have their hands full with. But I'd rather have a safe border and not have to worry about getting troops. Oops, I meant to go over here. Not have to worry about getting troops over there while I'm tied up with other stuff. Religious situation is slowly getting better in some of these provinces. It's got Algeria. One of these guys forward, and they've got an imam. So, they're called alims in this one. So, I almost wonder if it makes sense for me to start hiring assassins. I need to build a tavern to do that, because when they send alims to spread Islam in my territories, that's bad for my public order. And the Egyptians are probably the guys who have been assassinating a lot of my agents, even the ones that have been up in this area, I would presume, because they're the only people we're at war with. Although we did get that one message that the papacy assassinated one of our guys. That was admittedly a little funny. So... did we decide we're going to siege that? Territory really doesn't have anything useful that's going to get destroyed by us assaulting the wall, so I'll do that. Oh, okay. All right, so they're starting to bolster up here. They're getting like serious troop numbers now. Okay, easy enough. French are over in Tyrolia. Yeah, okay, that would make sense because they killed the Germans. Excommunicated again. The French were that is, not us. A lot of construction. Send our prince over to join. And that. Okay, getting some ships done. Now we're gonna move our ships even further along. We do want to keep recruiting them while crossing our fingers there are no storms in the near future. Let's see, construction in Cordoba, what can we get here? So this is infantry production for a swordsmith. Morocco, we'll go for... You know what, fuck it. We'll get in a tavern here and start getting some assassins. Alright, what about construction? Steel. We were mostly focusing on getting boats and whatnot. And what else? Get a monastery there. See what happens if there's anything else that we unlock going down the building chain of their religious structures. So Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia. Okay, so we've got what we need going everywhere. Just want to have one big full stack here. Nice diversified troops in Aragon. Alright, so we'll be good with that. Keep moving men forward. Actually, who did I move? I think I moved someone I was not supposed to in this area. Because I don't see a title. Probably moved him on Prince's army. Yep, this guy. Duke of Tunisia, yep. Whoopsies. Go back to Tunisia. Rest of these men can go forward. Princess can go forward. Tripoli. You go to Arabia, you stay here. Alright, that's actually becoming a formidable force, mostly because of numbers, but actually, with what I have here, they probably won't be able to stand up to that. I have so many of these Genites in this army. Alright, so it's year 1178, and we have till 1204. Yeah, 1204 to take the Antioch. Alright, so conquest. So this is every 4 provinces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, which is 3 points. I don't know what happened earlier. Earlier I only had 7 provinces, and I was getting 2 points for this. And I was wondering if the sea affected that, but it definitely doesn't, because I'm still only getting 3 points, and I have a lot of sea tiles. So it's curious. So much troop movement. God, I almost wish I didn't have as much money, so I didn't have so many guys to move around. Conversion's going decently. About 34-minute mark here. And can't pull people out of the crusade, so I'll have to pick someone from one of these armies to become the Duke of Cyrenaica. We're getting real close to Antioch. This is going faster than I thought it was going to. There's probably a couple episodes ago I was somewhat concerned about how difficult fighting Egypt was going to be. But the progression has been pretty good. These guys keep trying to get me to break my alliance with the French. With how fast I train troops, it probably wouldn't even be a problem for me to go to war with France or to break that alliance, but honestly, sometimes when I'm playing these Total War games, I do stuff for thematic purposes just because it's fun, and this is one of those situations. There's not really much I'm getting outside of the convenience of a safe border here, being allied with the French. I don't have a port here. I just realized that. Okay, that makes sense. Well, now I can move. Can I move people to here? Out of ported town? Let's see. Yes, I can. Okay. Alright, so reinforcements. Oh, I almost did it again. Keep on moving. And in fact, you know what? We'll keep these guys in here. And we can move our king forward at this point. Yep, we can. $155, so that probably means we can move 2 of these units out. 135. Move another. Look at that. 10 for each guy. 10% loyalty loss for each guy. Move forward. Alright, so there's that. How are we doing here? We're at 193. Can I move all my troops out of here? Let's just do this for an experiment. Down to 110. So, don't want to move all of them yet. We'll leave these guys here. Send the rest forward. Portugal is still just, for whatever reason, difficult to maintain control over. Some construction, so Algeria, we'll just go for a keep. Alright, Aragon, we will go for Spearmakers Guild. Boats produced. 2 turns away there. 2 turns there. 2 turns there and there. Okay. So they've got 4 stacks of men over there. Decent general. And we've got 1, 2, 3. Was it 3 full? Yeah, 3 full squads of guys. So I'm not sure if there will be a point where I need to have multiple strong generals running different armies. So what I'll do is I'll load this guy up, this prince up with some troops, and then send the rest into the crusade. And then we're now at about 3.5 pages worth of men. They're probably about the same, but they've got so many peasants and stuff in there that I think I'm comfortable going forward. In fact, my king has arrived here, so even if I sent this other army, we'll keep them separate from the crusade, but they'll accompany them. Although it makes me wonder if you get any bonus from putting troops into a crusade, like do they gain valor or anything like that? They certainly don't gain piety. Some of these guys have really low piety to be marching in a crusade, but game mechanics, it's just how it goes. Tunisia, we can move more troops out of. We're at 134. Move one of these squads. 124. Okay. Ooh, Algeria is not as good as I would like it to be. Probably move some 111, 120. Do that for now. I'm surprised that the Egyptians do not own Tripoli. I wonder if they lost that to a rebellion or if they just never took the province. Because they've always been at war with somebody. Whoa, that is interesting. The Italians attacked up at the top there. Nice. French are the richest. Damn, they must be making a lot of money if they're the richest. I have so much. Although, to be fair, I didn't read it to see if it's in their bank or per turn income. Okay. So you see the benefit of having these ship lanes along the shore is that the Italians are occupying this area, but they were able to attack the French up here. We don't have intelligence up there, but that is what's going on. These bishops forward. These guys forward. This place has some decent structures, and this will only hold out for a year, so we'll 24 more turns. Yeah, that's plenty. Got to turn the taxes up there. Same thing is here. Next turn we'll get some more boats. Consolidate some troops. And we will move them. Move our king forward and leave these guys here. Might as well figure out who the Duke is going to be. There you go. Feudal men-at-arms, okay. Almost gave it to the archer squad. Okay, so that place is good. Can we move boats forward yet? Not yet. Well, actually, what I could do is move guys out of here. Do it like this. Right. And in fact, that means if we get 2 more boats forward, we'll be able to reach Antioch, I think. With our reinforcements. So we'll check construction and recruitment. Assuming we're getting close to time here. Do construction. We'll go for some troops. Construction. Okay. Time check. 43 minutes. Alright, so I'd say that's a good time to stop. Getting real close to Antioch. It'll be nice to finally complete the crusade. And I would guess that either when we get to the year 1204 or sometime before that, we're going to enter the next time period, and we'll see if our objectives change at all. At that point, we'll have completed our main ones, those being the Crusades and maintaining our homelands. Conquest is kind of just a default for everybody, so there's nothing special about that one. But, yeah, I'll be curious about that. Control more income from trade than any other faction. See, that's interesting. They got some of the other factions have some more unique objectives. But anyways, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.